Hey, hey. Hi, you guys. It is April 9th. I think it is April 9th. Yeah, it still is. It's almost April 10th. In just 4 minutes, it's going to be April 10th. Anyway, I hope you come on. I can always read my SP Declare until any of you arrive. So we're down to my crimes. This is my SP Declare that I got from Scientology, from the Church of Scientology, where as soon as you leave, if you're going to speak out, they declare you suppressive. No one is allowed to talk to you, including your family, friends, except I luckily had gotten my son out before I left. So thank goodness for that. Hi, everybody. Wow, a whole bunch of you jumped on. Thank you from Louisiana. All right. Yeah, definitely let me know where you're from. You have your morning coffee, Gregory. All right, cool. Nifty. Well, hi, all of you guys. How are you today and tomorrow for some people? Anyway, it's been another good day, and different things have happened. Um, First of all, I'm going to ask you, do you have any questions? Hi. Good golly, Miss Molly. How are you? Hi, Minnie Angel from Australia. Cool. Good morning from the UK. Oh, another wonderful place. Oh, you guys are all great. Hi. Thank you. After last night's chat with Natalie, I'm wondering if Tori is opening only for fans. No. Why? Do you think because I told my thing about dancing that would be a heart attack for everyone? Did anyone miss that? I had a discussion with Natalie. And this is basically a topic about then and now, Scientology then and now. That's the topic. And Gregory, do you want to explain? Do you want to expound on that? After last night's chat with Natalie, which was actually today, I'm wondering if Tori is opening and only for fans. Oh, I see. Oh, this is one of those creepy things that you're saying. Okay. All right, then I'll just leave it out. I need to see that interview. Yeah. It basically was just back in the old days. I feel like my grandfather, back when I was a little kid, but really in the 60s, I got in 69. Scientology was very different than it is now. And, obviously we all were trying to go up the bridge. And to go up the bridge, you have to pay money. You have to, unless you join the Sea Org. At the Sea Org, they say, we'll give you your whole bridge. Of course, they don't, but they say they will. And then for public like us, I mean, I joined the Sea Org and they routed me out, as I've explained, because I had epilepsy. So they routed me out and said I had to get off my medicine, blah, blah, blah. That's a whole nightmare. But I basically got back on my medicine thanks to my mother. She saved my life because another person with epilepsy is dead because they did get off all their medicine and they're dead. So it's not a good idea. If you really need medication, you should take medication and you should really see a real doctor. And that's for Scientologists. If you're lurking, don't just see a Scientology doctor because they don't have great statistics. A lot of people in Scientology die every year, every single year. And a bunch of them commit suicide too. And that's because they can't get any other help than Scientology, and Scientology doesn't really work. So anyway, especially if you're in that young band from like 18 to 26, do not kill yourself. That's all I can say. Don't kill yourself anyway, but I'm especially concerned about that age group because people have a very hard time during that age group. So, yeah, I'm not sure you're saying good. Who are you saying? Oh, I'm okay. Oh, you had a car accident and broke my wrist on Friday. Ah, I'm in the hospital all weekend. Well, at least it's just your wrist. I mean, if you think about it, it could be a lot worse than that. But I'm sorry you were in a car accident. That is a drag. Okay, Bandit 66. Who are you referring to? Okay. All right. Another good day for the protesters. No swatting. Yep. No fire alarm, no cops. That's right. And everyone home safe. Well, Jessica was out with her new sign. She's got a new electric sign that one of the guys got her. And it's really cool. I really love it. You can write on it anything you want, and then it flashes. And so she put honk if you think honk if you think it's a cult. And we all agreed you need to add Scientology because people aren't really sure what you're referring to. So some people honk, but it would be way better. I used to carry just a cardboard sign saying honk if you think Scientology is a cult. And people were honking so much, the police in LA said, you can't carry that sign anymore, Tori. No, it's noise pollution. And they literally said they were going to arrest me if I carried this sign. Isn't that weird? It's very weird. Okay. You're not a very good troll. Are you Osa? Okay, so Bandit 66. All right. Okay, whatever. Don't you guys get weird on me. Please don't. Stay together. If he's a weird person, let him say what he's going to say. But I'll tell you one thing. I don't like calling names, and I don't like saying this person's Osa, that person's Osa. It's like, I lived through that where people all thought I was Osa. And it's really pretty awful because you don't know who is. So let's just keep with the program, which is I'm talking about then and now, the difference of Scientology. And if you have to keep talking about Osa, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to call. Just a second. I got to call my the moderator. I forgot to call her. I was supposed to. Hang on just a second because she will handle this. Oh, no, wait. Wait, no, that's the wrong person. That's Natalie. Okay, wait, hang on. Stand by. Oh, wait, I know. It's in my other phone. That's my old phone. Okay. So this is sort of my life. Now I'm going to put OD moderator. There she is. Boom. Okay, good. See? Now she's going to come on, I hope.
Please leave a message after the beep. If you are calling for an appointment, I only book appointments via text, not by telephone call. So please hang up and keep texting instead. Thank you.
Hey, Boo, can you come on and be the moderator? If you can, that'd be great. I think we need you. All right. Now I got to press stop. And then I'm going to send her a text too. Okay, here we go. Please come mod. Okay. There we go. All right. So hopefully she'll be on. Love it. Because this whole thing, trolls and you're a troll and you're not a troll. It's like, no. I need a moderator. It's 3:03 in the morning. Hi, Hans. How are you? Okay, this person. Ooh. There you go. All right. So that person is on timeout because I asked him to stop doing it and he kept calling people names. So that's it. He's on a timeout. And if she comes, she can ban him if she wants. Good morning, everybody else. You're my friends, and I'm happy you're here. Good evening. Just waking up with a cup of coffee. All right. And the midnight with Magoo in the morning. That's good. Bye, troll. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so did you see the documents trash you found in the garbage? Is this the one that he was talking about Leah? Is that what you're talking about, cat lady? Because I didn't see I came in at the very end of him reading the thing about Leah, if that's what you're talking about. Yeah, I know, never feed him. And okay. So I don't know if it was the stuff in the trash or if it was stuff from the courtroom, but apparently the main thing after reading the whole thing, what I asked some people, because I came in very much at the end, and they said at the end it was mainly that the two judges are now out, and they have to get a new judge. So that's a drag in itself, but it happens, So that's what I got out of it. Okay, the trash one was earlier. I didn't read it, so I don't know it, and I'm sorry about that. But you can go over to Aaron's and find out about it, because unless you want to put, somebody's name. Like I remember when we found I think it was Gay Rabisi's IAS, big certificates that she'd gotten with lots of money, and they were all in trash. Some anonymous guy found them in the trash. It was like, wow, he put up pictures on the internet and stuff. It was like, wow, that was amazing, because Scientologists never throw out certificates. It's sort of like a mortal sin, even though they don't have sins. Who goes through trash? You guys are detectives. Okay, well, a lot of people in OSA do, apparently. I never knew that until I left. But I'm going to continue with what I was talking about, because that's what I want to do. So in the early days in 69, there were all kinds of crazy stuff that went on. You can go watch the video that I made with I always forget her name. What is her name? Who is it that I did the interview with today? I don't know why I forget her name, because I love her. I really like her a lot. All right, let's see. What is her name? Natalie. I didn't even see it on here, but I remembered it. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Tinker Mom. Yeah, Natalie. So Natalie and I did an interview today, and you can listen to it. And way at the end is this crazy part that was in the early days of Scientology. And if you didn't hear it, you can just re-listen to that and hear it. But it's kind of crazy. It is. And it was a different time. It's like people did all kinds of crazy stuff back then that they would never allow now. Never. Someone's mentioning the Peace Corps for the Sea Org members that think they're saving the world. They are saving the world. Do you think if the protesters were able to tell them about the Peace Corps, would that planet see? It's interesting you mentioned that, because that was what I wanted to join in high school. My boyfriend and I both really wanted to join the Peace Corps, and he did. He went over to Kenya, and he lived there for many, many years. Probably all the years I was in Scientology, he was in Kenya and helping people. And I mean, it was incredible. And then I woke up and left and came back, and I thought, I wonder what happened to Bruce Lundeen. I mean, he used to send me kind of postcards, and I knew he'd gotten married and had kids and stuff like that. But, I didn't know what happened to him. And so I just put it on the internet. I don't even know where. I put it somewhere. Does anybody know Bruce Lundeen's address in Kenya, Africa? And I get back an email the next day from some guy. Here's Bruce Lundeen's address. Boom. There you go. And I'm like, wait a minute. This was 2000. I'm like, how did you find me? How do you know Bruce Lundeen's address? This whole thing. And he said, well, I'm in the Peace Corps. Bruce now runs the Peace Corps in Kenya. And so I work underneath him, but I'm home in the States. I saw your post. I know his address, so I sent it to you. So it was really cool, because I got to talk to him again. And yes, I know. Is Confident Chris? Hi, Confident Chris. Hello. Yeah, supposedly my moderator is going to come on, but I didn't tell her probably early enough. And so she'll come on eventually. And everybody's just going to have to live it out until then. I watched DOA tonight. What a zoo that was. Wow. Man, they really are after you, Chris. I mean, it's really, it's like, save Chris, and then it's really funny. It's very funny. The big difference between CFS now and then is it doesn't have our amazing Tori in it. Oh, that's sweet, from Melbourne. Oh, what a wonderful place. Thank you. No, the difference is really dramatic. I mean, if you listen to the thing with Natalie, I can tell you anyway, because I told it on that one, and you can go listen to it. But it's just kind of funny. what happened is this. We were trying to pay for our next levels. We were on the minister's course in the day. Wait, I have to get this thing off. Hang on. We were on the minister's course in the day. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to tell you this another time because I want to make sure I have a moderator here, because if I don't, it's going to just whack out here. And I don't want that either, and you don't either. So I won't. But back then, there were just things that you could do. We'll just leave it at that. There were a lot of things you could do that now you just can't. There's no way they would allow it. And once Miscavige took over, it just got really Nazi-like. And it was really spooky. I mean, it really was, because I was in it in 69, and it was like a bunch of hippies and professors and people that had left college like me and joined Scientology. Smart people, fun people, good people, right? You know, it was like, wow, this is a good group of people. And then Celebrity Center started, and that was all the musicians and artists and singers. And I mean, it was amazing. It was amazing to be around. It really was, because it's sort of like, I don't know if any of you ever watched the Johnny Carson show reruns now, but they show all these people that are older celebrities. But it was back when they were just getting going, and he's interviewing them, and he'd always put them on stage all the time. He'd give them a chance, you know, and he really liked kind of springing new artists and stuff. And that's kind of how CC was. It was very, very fun. It's all just fun, Tori. Everyone knows Chris owns the city and Doug and DOA, the governor. Okay. I knew it was for fun. I know that. But tonight it got a little weird with DOA. It was just, I don't know. He has a thing about, you know, his chat group that is different than mine. You know, it's sort of like, but he doesn't believe in moderators. So there you go. Whereas I kind of think having a moderator is a good idea, especially for me, because I just need one. So there you go. But she hasn't come on yet. I just sent you a PayPal lovely. Ah, thank you, Janie. That is so sweet. I really appreciate it. A bunch of people, not a bunch, but a few people sent me stuff on Cash App, and you can't thank anybody there. I just contacted them today and said, you know, what's the deal? How do I send a thank you note to someone? And they said, you can't. We don't have that set up. And I said, well, you really should think about it. Because I mean, I know in this new world, you know, people don't send thank you notes and stuff like that. But I come from the old school where you send people a thank you note. You know, somebody sends you something, you send them a thank you note, either an email or a card or something. And they agreed. They said, that's a good idea. And I said, and, you know, it might get some of the younger generation using that, you know, which, because it's just a little message thing. It's just like sending a text, only just you can say thank you for sending me that, which I really, really appreciate. So thank you for letting me know here. Anyway, that's really fun. Now wait, let's see. So you guys know now how Scientology is. You know, it's just like, forget it. You know, it's just, you just look at it. And I mean, even now compared to 10 years ago, I mean, everyone I don't know if any of you saw the Easter parade where I went and talked to Odo, who's a security guard. And a bunch of people said, wow, you got Odo to smile. We've never seen him smile. And I said, Odo and I go way back. You know, Odo and I go back to when he could talk. I mean, not that he can't talk physically, but they won't let him talk to us because people like me who went out and talked to critics, and finally, I didn't really wake up from the critics talking to me, but I woke up from reading books. Like I told you, 10 years of reading books on philosophy, psychology, you know, different religions, self-improvement books, all kinds of stuff. I just read and read and read. And I was stunned. It was like, there's so much great information in books. And it's so cheap. It's like $19.95, you know, whereas Scientology for me at the time was like $7,000 every 12 and a half hours for sec checking and stuff like that. It was expensive. So the books were great for me, and they actually helped me. But anyway, I woke up. There you go. Now, So then and now, I think you guys kind of know now. I don't know how many of you have been around Scientology orgs, actually been there. I'm kind of curious about that, if many of you have or not. Let's see. Oh, all these people, San Bernardino, Hydron, hello from, I can't even say that. Oh, that's your last name? Okingas? Okay, interesting. Japanese? I'm not sure. Good morning, Miss M. Apology. Hi, Tori. Good Molly. Good morning. Good golly, Miss M. You love my sign in the kitchen. It says, it's a big wooden sign. It says, what if the hokey pokey really is what it's all about? I had to get it. And if you guys don't know what the hokey pokey is, Google it. Brisbane, Australia. Okay, Mini Angel. Hello. Wow, and what time is it there? It's 5 p.m. Wow. I'm still learning the times. It's very different. Redding, California. Okay, you're not too far. Good morning from the UK, beautiful lady. Aw, that's nice. Thank you. Jeepers. I like that nickname. Dan Walks LA. All right, I saw you last night, right? You were there. Yep. Yeah. I'm really happy to get to know you. You should come over sometime, and have lunch or something like that, so I can really get to know you. I like to meet people, I really do, and get to know them. And once I meet them, then I know them for sure. Otherwise it's just sort of like I know them, but not really, until I spend some time with them. So you should come over and either we'll go have coffee or something like that, and we can just talk and go bug Scientology doing something. There's all kinds of little things you can do here and there. We can plan some fun stuff. Hello, Tori and Chad from the mountains of Western North Carolina. Wow, that's cool. All right, that's good. Gregory, okay. After last night's chat with Natalie, I'm wondering if Tori is open only for fans. I think that's a little bit icky, and I don't like that. I don't like that you said that. I'll just tell you that, because I was telling Natalie that. I said, I'm going to tell you this story, but I will tell you there are certain, mostly men, that will make comments like that. And it's sort of like it implies something that is never happened with me. But it has an icky connotation. And I don't appreciate it. I really don't. So I don't know. I know what you're thinking. I don't know if everybody who heard the talk, and I don't want to do it without a moderator here, because I know Osa would just love to be all over that. So we'll do it another night, and then Gregory, you can come on, and if you want to say something else about it, you can then. Hello, I need to see that interview. Yeah, it's on. It's the one right before this, so it's not hard to find. And it's on. She interviewed me on her site, but then we put it on my site also, so both sites have it. Tori, did you see the documents? Yeah, you already asked that. That's right. No, I didn't. I'm okay. Oh yeah, this is the car accident. If you're in LA, if you need help, let me know. I don't know if you are or not. You didn't say where you are, but you were in the hospital all weekend. That's a bummer. If you were here, you have to, if anybody gets hurt and you're here in the area, definitely, come on and let us know, because if people are here, we can come help you, bring you stuff and stuff like that. Okay, so you're okay now. Hello, lovely M. All right, good. Almost morning from the fellow night owl. All right, here we go. In Santa Cruz, California. Ooh, I love that. That's good. Fly on the wall. That's right. I love that nickname too. Fly on the wall. That's really good. Good. Oh wow, that's awful. Yeah, it is. That's a bunch of people are saying they're sorry you had the accident. Okay, now Christina, I'm having panic attacks. Now wait a minute. I'm having panic attacks from the cast. Thank you. Okay. Don't have panic attacks. That won't help you. If you're in a cast, Here's what you need to do. I heard this from a stress clinic, and everyone can learn from this. I was watching a show, and it was three doctors, and they ran a stress clinic. And they said, everyone who walks in our door, we teach them one thing. The first thing we teach them is 4-7-8. And I thought, okay, what is that? And they said, it goes like this. You inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. So everybody try it. And then you hold it for 7. And then you let it out through your mouth for 8 seconds. And you can do it over and over, but it really calms you down and de-stresses you. And it will, you won't, because when you're stressed, I think things expand, I think. And I just know you'll be calmer. So just try it. 4-7-8. That's what it is. Give it a shot. It can't hurt. Oh yeah, because you said you're having panic attacks. That'll definitely help. That's what he was saying. People that have panic attacks and they're stressed out, depressed, whatever, all those things, 4-7-8. And I've done it where I drive across town. And for me, driving in LA is very tricky. It really is. And it can really get you upset. And I started doing the 4-7-8 while I was driving across town. No problem. I got from A to B, no problem. Put on some music. That's the other thing. Music really helps. So put on some music. That'll calm you down too. And just know you'll be fine. It just takes healing. That's all it takes. But you'll be fine. All right. The honk sign was so fun. Yeah. Yeah. Jessica had somebody sent her. I want to try to get one. It's an electric sign that you can write on it, right? Didn't she write on it? Yeah, you can write whatever you want. It was in like electric blue, and then it came with these different colored pens. And she wrote, honk if you think it's a cult. And I said, put Scientology on it. I was typing it in there, but she hardly ever, while she's doing something, and I understand that it's hard to read the chat and be doing something. So she was busy doing it. But a couple people in the chat agreed with me that you need the word Scientology, because that I used to carry just a paper sign. I mean, it was a cardboard sign, but it said, honk if you think Scientology is a cult. And I'm telling you, people were honking and honking. I mean, their mailman honked, the UPS man, which tonight the UPS man honked. But, it was just shocking how many people honked. And people from different businesses around said, please come back more often. We really love you guys picketing. I mean, it was really truly a surprise for us. And then the police came and said, you can't have that sign anymore. And we were like, why not? It's free speech. And they said, yeah, but it's noise pollution. Because we were getting so many people to honk. We were up in Hollywood, and so many people were honking. They were so sick of Scientology. It was like everybody was honking their horn. And they said, no, you can't do it. It's just too loud. So but while we were doing it, some people didn't have cars. They didn't have horns. They were walking, and they'd walk by and go like this. It was really cool. It was like they were, it was amazing, this support. And this was years ago. I mean, way, way, way like in the early 2000s. It was really fun. We had a good time. All right. It was beautiful for that honk honk. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good sign. I want to get one of those electric ones. And now DOA has a different kind where you can write sentences on that are electrically written out. So that's good too. And he has it in the front of his van, so that's cool. Okay, I'm going to leave that. You were at the beginning. Let's see. You were at the beginning of the baby boomers, and I was at the last end of the boomers. Wow. There was quite a bit of social change in those 20 years. Wow. Yeah. Very, very true. I mean, what a crazy time. And, and I think about it, and I think if my parents just hadn't moved, I'm glad they did, because I'm glad with what happened with my life. But had they not, I would have been this pretty conservative. I mean, I think, because I talked to my friends that are still in Park Ridge, and they're pretty conservative, and they all married, like doctors or dentists and things like that. And they have a nice house, and they have a good life. There's no question about it. but it's not a cult. You know what I mean? It's not hippies. It's a very different life. So I'm happy that they moved because that's what threw everything off. I will respect you and your chat. Okay, flying mom. Okay, I didn't know you weren't. Well, all right, thank you. Um, I didn't get this working. Thank you for asking about that. Did you get the timestamp working? I think what you're talking about is people that have Apple. Because see, mine, it doesn't have anything that says timestamp on it. It has a big long list of all kinds of new tab, Windows, Zoom, favorites, history, downloads, apps, games, extensions, browser essentials, screenshot, find a page, more tools, settings, help, and feedback. But none of that seemed like it. I even looked in more tools to try to find it because I think it would help all of us if we could find the timestamps for things. But I don't see it for Windows. I don't. You know what I'll do? I'll ask YouTube. That's what I'm going to do. I'll ask them, or one of you can. If there's somebody that knows computers and you know Windows, if you could tell me where to find how to do a timestamp, I think it would help everyone because sometimes there's really key stuff, and like Jessica's mother is really good at that. She'll put, you know, something that started in the beginning and then the police arrived and then whatever, you know, a third thing, she'll put different timestamps. So, and sometimes they're hours apart, you know, so it really helps because Jessica just turns on her camera and she's going all day. So anyway, it helps. um all right, get Dan Walks LA to be a moderator. Would you do that, Dan? I have to find out if he wants to do that. I think Dan. All right, I'll have to ask him. But that's a good suggestion. That is a really good suggestion because I know Gucci is kind of busy with Jessica, and it's kind of late. You know, I think she ends off even with Jessica around 10. Here you go. All right, so here you are. All right, so yeah, it doesn't have a thing to make him. I don't know how to make him. It says delete comment, put user in timeout, and ban user or delete their comments. I don't want to do that. How do I make you a moderator? Somebody has to let me know. And Dan, you have to let me know if you're okay to be a moderator because you might not want to. I need to see that interview. Okay, there's that. Okay, we went through everybody being awful about you getting in the accident. That is awful. Let's see. Did you get the timestamps working out? Okay. Good morning, Tori. Hi, Hans. That's a good suggestion, Minnie. Thank you. So Dan Walks LA. My request is that you become a mod if you're okay with that. If you're not, I understand. Good morning, Tori from the UK. All right, here we go from the UK. All right, and that's Janie. All right, cool. Enjoy the UK. Here's Dan Walks LA with a little heart. I don't know if that means yes or if you're just leaving a heart for the UK. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I hear you. Um, Here, if you need a quick hand. Okay. I don't know how to make you a person for just a little bit. So I'll ask. I'm going to see her, I think, Friday. And then I'll ask her about it. And I'll see. Let me show you my email. Dan Walks LA. This is from DOA and Laura. Here you go. There's my email. If you can send me an email saying what yours is, then we can talk. You know, just send me your phone number because I don't like to text that much. I mean, email that much. So if you just send me your phone number, I'll call you and we'll talk. There you go. All right. Now, Master Strong. Okay. I don't know what that is. She looks like a Scientologist. Okay. Okay, there's another one. Yep, I think you're right. Okay, I'm trying to find anybody talking about then and now. These guys are all talking about the trash. Okay. All right. Natalie, 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 Natalie. Is Natalie here? No, she goes to bed early. Okay, so anyway, thank you. Good golly, Miss M. Thank you. Um, Janie? You say, was it Natalie? Was it Natalie that what? You have to say a full sentence here with me because I have no idea. Was it Natalie? I don't know what you're talking about. I love your necklace. Thank you. I'm big on jewelry. Thank you very much for noticing. Okay, we went over that with the Sea Org members and the Peace Corps. That is a good idea. I mean, you can always plant the seed. That's what I said today with Natalie. Someone asked me about, what question should we ask? And I said, really, it's like whatever's in your heart that you feel good about and you think, I wonder how they feel about this, like that, like Peace Corps. Why not ask them? You know what I mean? It's like obviously, if I had all the answers or any of the people out here had all the answers, they'd all be out of Scientology, right? They would. They wouldn't still be in the cult. So obviously, my thing is like you never ever know what might touch someone's heart. I had a guy early on, this was in 2000, and this guy on his own. Now, this might not sound like a big deal to you guys, but it was a big deal to us. This is back when nobody knew the word Xenu. They didn't know Xenu.net. They didn't know Lermanet, which was an old thing with a bunch of references and information, different stuff like that. They didn't know. So this guy on his own printed up bookmarks and he went around to all the bookstores because they have Dianetics and self-analysis in most of the bookstores. So he put a bookmark in every book with those references, like for the other side, doom. And it was like, wow, what a great idea. It was such a great idea. And it was just his own, that's what he came up with. Another guy, um, I don't know, there's so many different stories. One where I was working after Anonymous came out, this guy sent me an email and he goes, I'm part of Anonymous. I said, really? Because they usually don't say that. And I said, where are you? And he said, I'm over in IT. So I went over to IT and met him. And I said, so what's up? What's the deal? And he goes, well, that there was a certain video that I used to always put up. And it was sort of like the worst side of Scientology or something. And it was this video someone had made about people, jumping off a flag, holding a $5 bill. And, just these awful stories of, real people dying for not that they should, you know what I mean? It was because of crappy things happening in Scientology. And he said, I noticed that you put that video up a lot. And I said, yeah. And he said, but you probably don't know Scientology immediately takes it down. And I said, no, I didn't. And he goes, exactly. But I have this little USB thing or whatever you call them, where you can put information in it. And he goes, I have it right here in my pocket. So every time they take it down, I just pop it in my computer because he's in IT and it goes back up on the net. And I just thought, oh, it's so great, and it's just something that he thought of. Nobody else thought of it. He thought of it all by himself. So that's why I'm saying for questions, or like the Peace Corps, mention it. You know what I mean? You never know. What if somebody went, oh my God, I could leave here and be part of the Peace Corps. And that's really what I wanted to do, which was like me. You know what I mean? I probably wouldn't have left because the problem is by the time you ever get to anybody, they've already made so many friends. It's very hard to leave because you're not leaving because of Scientology. You're not leaving because of your friends and your family. You know what I mean? That's a tricky thing. But I would still say try it. If you think of something, and the other thing I said is make sure, like Stacy told me this when I first left. She said, never write anything on the internet that you wouldn't be proud that it was on the front of the New York Times the next day. And I thought, that's a good thing. And I always remember that. I always keep that in mind because it's kind of like, a lot of you are probably younger and maybe you don't even have kids, but eventually you might. And will you be okay with your kids saying whatever you're going to say? That kind of thing. So it's better to say it in a good way, in a loving way, than in a hateful way. And it's better for everybody else too. Thank you from Portland SP supporter. Hi, Miss Tori. Much love. That's nice. Must have been a great interview. You can't even remember her name. Oh, go ahead. Pick on me. Go ahead. I'm just going to scroll right by you. These are my friends that are on here, and they understand. Okay. I'm only 14, and I was blocked by Scientology on Twitter. I'm honored. Wow. That's interesting. Well, I'm sorry you were blocked, but you're welcome here. My thing doesn't say it's for children, but I don't know, you at 14, I wouldn't say, you do what you feel good about. If it feels good, stay here. If it doesn't, all I'll say is don't get into Scientology and really start learning about what is a cult. And one of the best things to do is go to this place. They put this on here for me too. Go here, write this down, and go to that site. There are fabulous information on this site that Andreas gathered for years and years, interviews and just information, facts and actual things that happened and stuff that you'll never find anywhere else. That's true. I can mod Chris. Okay, so do you want to be a moderator, Chris? Because it doesn't sound like Dan wants to. Anyway, I'll talk to you. You do the same thing. I'll send you. Here's my email. There it is again. If you could email me your phone number, I will talk to you. Because I have to talk to someone before I just make them a moderator. And even though I know Chris and love him, but I got to see if he's okay with what I need for being a moderator. Okay, good. He says he'll be my moderator. All right, good. Well, then I gave you the email, so you send me your phone number, okay? Mod Chris. Okay, it's absolutely Chris. He's being bossy. It's definitely Chris. I don't. What do you mean? This is like so weird. Okay. It's definitely Chris. He is being bossy. It's definitely. Are you saying it is Chris? Or are you saying to Chris about somebody else, some other guy's being bossy? I don't know. Okay, so you guys need to clarify that. All right. Hey, only a third of you haven't hit the like button. Thank you. I might get spicy. You're right about that. Thank you for pointing that out. So yeah, please make sure you hit the like button. It takes a second. It's nothing. Toriology. This is the thing Chris started. It's all just fun, Tori. Everyone knows Chris owns the city and DOS the governor. That's a good one. Did I have any interaction with the Presleys? Just really not much. I spent probably a few hours with Lisa Marie Presley. And I will say, we were watching a movie and it was a comedy and she never laughed once. And I thought, I don't think I watched her a bunch because she was at the Sandcastle where I was on OT7. And I don't know if she was on OT7 or just there. I don't know. But I know that I never saw anyone. I thought she was the most unhappy Scientologist I'd ever seen, ever. I mean, it was really kind of tragic. I don't know. I really don't know what happened, but it was not good. But maybe other people knew her and there's another side to her. That's the only side I saw. Okay, so thank you, Janie, again for your PayPal thing. I appreciate that. And that for people that, do you guys all know where that is? Where you can, it's underneath my name and the main page and has for more about Tori. And it's got the Cash App and PayPal. And I recommend PayPal because then I can thank you. And now Cash App, they're thinking about it because I talked to them about it. Hey, Tori and everyone. Hi, Julie. Good to have you here. Thank you. All right. Okay, that's good to know. Yes, it is. It's true. Peeling the onion is great for C of S history. It's true. Because Janice Gillum was Yvonne Gillum's daughter. And she has an amazing story. She's written, I think, 2 or 3 books, but she has an amazing story from when she was a little kid. Yvonne was in Australia with Peter, and they put her and her sister on a ship to go to St. Hill. As young kids, they're on these ships from Australia to St. Hill, England. That's a long trip to put your 2 daughters on by themselves. It was like, wow. I mean, it's amazing. It really is. She's a great person and she has some great history. So, yeah, you're right. That's a good one. Thank you for mentioning that. Okay. Okay. This is another person that, let's see, wait, hang on. All right. There you go. You are gone. I just banned another person by myself. There you go. Gross out. And I'm going to keep banning them because I don't like people that are icky. It's like, you want to do that? If you guys see someone and they're creepy, you can, somehow let me know because I don't want you to have to experience that. It's just icky. It really is. It happened to me at the barbecue, and I didn't have a moderator then either because I wasn't planning on going to the barbecue. And then I went, and I thought, I'll turn on my camera. I didn't. I'm still learning. You have to have the moderator there, right? And so I didn't. And these guys came on as a fake Jessica Palmadessa, and they just kept posting these awful things. It was really gross. And it was so gross that some people posted on other people's their chat saying, get Tori to know these guys are posting creepy things because I wasn't really watching it. I was at the barbecue. Do you know what I mean? And so then I saw them and I started deleting them. And then right at the end, the moderators came on. Yeah, Cynthia, thank you. I did that. I already booted him. How do you convince your son to get out? It wasn't really a matter. I never convinced him to get out. I don't believe in that. But it was one of those things where someone he knew hung himself, and I knew I had to tell him. So I took him to SeaWorld, and I said, "Look, I have something awful to tell you." And he said, "Okay." And I said, someone that you know, he wasn't like a close friend, but I said, someone that you know took his own life. He hung himself. And I said, you have to know that if you're going to do that, it's not going to be one death, it's going to be 2 because I'll be dead 5 minutes later. And he started laughing. He said, don't worry, Mom, it's not in the cards. And I said, okay, good. Come over here and sit down. And we sat down at a table and I said, look, I think this is my religion. But at this point, when people are taking their own lives, it was so weird to me. And I was like, if you don't want to do this, just say so. Because which later cult experts have told me no one ever does that. It's just amazing that I was able to do it. But I love my son, and his life means more to me than Scientology did. And I didn't care about losing anybody but him. It was like, no, if you don't want to do it, tell me. And he said, I don't want to do it, Mom. I've watched you guys and all your friends, and you all live in kind of crummy houses and you have crummy cars and you all give all your money to Scientology. And I don't want to do that. And I said, okay, then that's it. That you're done. Just you made the decision and that's it. And just don't tell anybody because they'll have to disconnect from you. So he kind of kept it under the down low for a while. I don't know when he told his dad. I don't, but I know that eventually he found out. But that's the way it is. That's how it happened. I didn't convince him of anything, and I wouldn't ever, because I don't believe in that. I think people. I really am a big firm believer that's how the policeman smiled. Everybody that watched the Easter thing, I talked to that policeman, and then he smiled, and people said, "Wow." I mean, he was so serious. And then all of a sudden he melted. And Streets LA got a picture of him when he melted. And the cops saw it later and said, "Where did you get that?" And he said, at the Easter parade, or not parade, but the protest. You were there, and it was me talking to him when I said a few things to him. What it was Laura was using one of those megaphones, and it was really loud. And he and I were trying to talk about swatting and stuff, and it was very hard to hear. And so I just said to him, I knew it was kind of irritating him, and I said, "Do you want to know why?" I think I've told you guys this, but anyway, if someone's here that didn't hear it, I said, "Do you want to know why she's so loud and passionate?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Because," and he'd already told me he had a daughter that was 5. And I said, "So imagine your daughter being 3," because she was only 3 when she was helping build the very street that you're standing on. It had bricks, and they were laying, bricks. And that's when he just melted. It's all like all of a sudden he got it. It's like, who are all these weirdo protesters? Do you know what I mean? But then all of a sudden, with that one image, he got it. And that's why I say education is so important. I've been in sales for 30 years, and I was often the top salesperson. It wasn't because I knew more than anybody by any means, but I am good at educating someone on why they would need this product. And at that point, people buy it because they go, "Oh, yeah, okay, good, we're on." And it's not me convincing them. Do you see what I mean? I don't do that, but I educate them, and then they can decide for themselves. There you go. Okay, now this is question. Are you familiar with the Learning Accelerator? Not really. In Stephen Fishman's video, he said it's not an e-meter. It helps you reinforce things like a brainwash machine mainly used to apply ethics conditions. Sounds very weird. No, I'm not familiar with it at all. Wow. Well, you can Google Steve Fishman, and I know there's a lot of stuff on that, and it'll probably be in there, the Learning Accelerator. No, I'm not. I'm not at all. Wait, what is this? This is Chris. LOL, laughing my ass off, making a fool out of you. Okay, who are you making a fool out of? If you're making a fool out of me, that's not good. Hi, Tori. I don't like you making a fool out of anybody. Who are you making a fool out of that you're saying that? Hi, Tori. I hope you have a great night. All my best. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that, and I appreciate everybody's hearts. You always do. It's so sweet to you. Sweet of you. Okay, well, thank you. Oh, thank you. How long were you in Scientology? When you first heard about Xenu? Okay, as I've explained, Scientology is like a triangle. And nobody hears about Xenu until the very top triangle, just up here. It's like all the rest of it is other stuff. So I got in 69, and in 1979, I started OT3. So it was 10 years. So I was in for 10 years. And then I read about it, and I've made videos about it, what happened and how I felt. And thank you, love from Kentucky. All right. And Australia, Mini Angel, 5 p.m. All right. Okay. Sweden here. All right. Hello. Gin and tonic and tonica. That's good. All right. Oh, so you were in Sweden, this person, and now you're in Australia. Ooh, wonderful. Both beautiful places. Hit the thumbs up and show Tori some love. Thank you, sweet pea. I appreciate that. That's a good thing. Do it. I like it. Oh, you're making fun of yourself. Okay. All right. That's good. That's what I thought. You're not the type of person that's going to make fun of other people. All right. You seem like a sweetheart. Thank you. I am. I don't know. I work on it. I think it's something all of us have to work on, is being kinder to each other. the world would just be so much better if everybody worked on being a little kinder to each other. You know what I mean? And I try to do something for somebody every day that I feel kind of proud about, that, either it's helping them in any way, it doesn't matter, or calling on the phone. You would be shocked at how many people, I know a lot of you in your generation only text, but I call them and they go, "Oh, I'm so happy you called. I haven't talked to someone in so long." And there's a difference in typing and hearing someone's voice. It's like reading music and hearing music. I mean, when you hear music, it goes into your heart. It's just, that's the way it is. When you read it, it's beautiful, but it's not the same thing. I would love to have lunch with you. All right, I'll message you. Okay, that'd be fun. Okay, good, good. I'm happy about that. We can plan some torturous things for Scientology. All right, Bros Mad Hot Wheels. Okay. Greetings from just outside of Victoria, BC, Canada. Okay. All right. Annie. I love that name. Okay. So from Victoria, BC, Canada. No orgs here that I'm aware of. Southern Vancouver Island. Ooh. Oh, that's such a pretty area. Oh my God. Beautiful. Okay, thank you, Swedish Lini, or Swedish Lena. I told Chris to email me with his phone number and I'll talk to him. So thank you. I'm not going to have anybody be a moderator until I talk to him, because I have very specific things that I need and he may not want to do it. So, I need to talk to him and go, "This is what I need. What do you need? When can you do it?" That kind of thing. So we'll talk, but thank you for letting me know that. Bandmasters. Okay. I think I banned him already. I banned that guy, Jesse Baez. I already banned him. It'll be an honor to be your mod. Okay, all right, good. Well, we'll talk. Call me tomorrow. Tori, you got jerks in here. Hi, Chi. Thank you so much for what you sent me. Oh my God, I have it right here. She sent me the most wonderful thing. It was so thoughtful. You sent me a couple things, but this is the second thing. But look at, she found, it's a picture of my dad. I mean, that means a lot to me. That must have been when he was in college, because it's 54. Interesting. Interesting. But thank you for sending it. It really, I opened it up and I was like, "Oh my God, I had no idea." I had no idea. It was really, really a fun surprise. So thank you. And yeah, that it happens sometimes that I goofed up. It's my fault. I should have had a mod in here first. Okay. Thank you, Minnie. I will. Okay. Okay. I'm going to lose my temper. Please. I think I've said it a few times. I need to talk to someone before they're going to be a moderator. If this is too much because there's some creepy guys on here, just get off. Say goodnight and go. I don't want you guys upset, and I don't have a moderator here tonight, so I deleted a couple of them, and the rest of them just ignore them. It's like I had people attacking me day, night, and weekend. These guys are nothing compared to what I had, and you have to just learn to move around it. It's like find something you care about and talk about that instead of these stupid idiots that pop in, are trolls. They're obvious trolls. I have already said I don't have a moderator tonight, so I apologize, but just move around it. You know what I mean? Don't say anything to them. Don't answer them. They're idiots, as far as I'm concerned, wasting their lives and trying to waste others. So don't let them waste your life. It's like simple as that. As Jesse Prince told me, step away from the stove. If it's too much, step away from the stove. Um, Okay, now this is from YRB. What are you saying? Around the area, but I'm at the opposite end of the boomer scale. Okay, being born in 1957. Okay, I observed your contemporaries, but I observed your contemporaries, but did not participate in that strata Scientology society. Okay, cool. That's fine. I mean, life rolls on. You're here now. That's all that matters. Okay. Um, okay, I get it. Different people are like, mod Chris, don't mod him. I get it. I hear all of you. I'm going to talk to him and I'll make a decision on it. But thank you for letting me know because there's definitely different views on it. I may not mod anybody else because I've already got um, Jessica and Jessica's mother. That's what I mean. Jessica's mother, who is Gucci. That's who that is. And if I can get to her early enough, I think she'll moderate. She's good. She's really good. And and Love It is great when she's on. So that's I may not need another one. It's just that there's no one here tonight, and these creepy guys came on. But if you just kind of get around it, it's not the end of the world. I am unbothered by your craziness. I am. It's like she just said, Tori is so unbothered by, yeah, I am. I mean, honestly, if you knew some of the stuff, they put my phone number on a porn site. Scientology did. And I know it was Scientology because this one guy that they had paid was writing these lies about me over and over and over all day, all night, all weekend. And finally, they put my name on this porn site, and these porn guys started calling me. And it was very freaky. And I said, I went over to IRC, which is sort of like a bar on the internet kind of thing. It's in um, internet relay chat. That's what it's called. And it's just a bunch of people, but a lot of my friends were computer geeks. They have different areas that you can join. And mine were computer geek guys against Scientology. So I said, look, here's what happened. And they said, see if you can get a URL. So most of them were kind of out of it. I didn't want to talk to them. And so I just said, look, I'm sorry. This is part of Scientology, trying to attack me and upset me. And I wish you luck in your quest, because I wasn't going to make fun of them. It's like they're looking for somebody to have sex with. I don't care. It's not me. It's Scientology putting that there. And they had listed out all these things that I would do that I've never even heard of, half of them. I mean, it was really creepy. And so now I forgot what I was saying. What was it about? How did I get onto the thing with the porn guys? Someone has to remember. Shit. That I have to get in because it wasn't in the beginning, but now it's sort of not. And yeah, I'm not going to add anybody until I talk to her. Jessica Palmadessa. It's the real Chris. He just texted me. Okay. But I'm not going to have anybody become a moderator. We're almost done. We've been on for an hour, and I'm going to pretty much end off. And I apologize for this being kind of creepy, but it just is. That's what happened. Okay, I'm getting down there. Jessie just said she's still reading previous comments. I'm sorry. I mean, it's like if I scroll down, I'm going to scroll down now to the bottom. All right, now I'm at the bottom, but then you're going to go, you missed a whole bunch. All right, Dan Walks LA. You're pure gold, dear mate. Okay, so this is someone talking to you. Hope you're happy and well. Much love to you from the UK. Oh, sweet. He is. He's doing really well here. And here's Chi. Okay. You told us about people harassing you by posting your number to prove that a nasty chatter isn't anything in comparison. Because they were, because we were talking about the nasty cheddars here on this. Now I see what you're saying. I thought you meant back then. Yeah. And it was like in comparison, thank you for reminding me. Thank you. So it was one of those things where, I've lived through that. And then I finally got my computer geek friends and they got the URL, looked it up, and in under 3 minutes, they came back and they said the exact person writing all the lies about you, his name was Truth Seeker, his computer is the exact same address as For a Good Time Call Tori. So it was like, boom, really. And so then I said, what do I do now? And they said, call the police. It's a federal crime. So I did. And they made out a police report. And that was the last time we saw Truth Seeker for a long, long time. I saw his name recently, but I don't think it's the same one. I really don't. I don't think he'll come back because, I mean, these guys were dead serious. It was like not a good thing. Oh, hi, here's Gucci. Hey, Jessica. She doesn't always scroll and her feed isn't moving on its own. Hey, Gucci, I'm glad you're here. We've had some awful guys here tonight, and I've banned a few. But anyway, I apologize to everyone because I I wasn't able to get through to you, and I got through to um, the other Jessica. That's the moderator. Love it, but she hasn't come on. So anyway, I'm glad you're here anyway, because I don't. Okay, Tori, I'm here. Yay! Oh, I'm so happy you're here. I mean, we're really over because it ended up being kind of a funky night because of but thank you, Chief, for reminding me about that. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate that. Um yeah, okay, so we got the thing about the porn site. That was weird. And that was Scientology. It was straight Scientology. So they made a police report on Truth Seeker and he vanished. They can never say it's Scientology because you can't really prove that. But anyway, at least we made a police report. I thought that was cool. Okay, now Gucci, is this someone that we should ban or not? Too much weed smoking. I don't smoke weed. Short-term memory. You obviously, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put you on a timeout, first of all. That person obviously hasn't looked or listened to my story at all because I say it over and over because of epilepsy. I have epilepsy and seizures directly affect your memory. So he's on a timeout, whatever. It's been a long night, Gucci. It really has. And it hasn't been fair to all these guys. Oh, this is what this person said. The only reason, hi, Will. The only reason they did do those things is because you are a goat. Okay. Okay. Wow. Well, from this says it's the image of your father's from 1948 trading card. Yeah, that's this trading card. I think you're thinking of. This is the trading card. Yeah. Yep. And that was from Mark Plummer, who got that for me. I mean, Scientology never did anything about my dad, but Mark Plummer went to the store and got all these trading cards on my dad. It was amazing. Good morning from Chicago. Hello, Chicago. Hi. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I guess it is morning. Okay, so I think we are caught up, and now we have Gucci here. So does anyone have anything else that they want to discuss? Because we got way off the track. We were basically talking about then and now. Oh, okay. No, wait, here's a question. Is there any actress that you would like to play you if they made a movie about your life? Is there any actress that you would like to play you? Oh, okay. Well, somebody else asked Natalie. She went through a whole cast of characters of all the people that are, different people and who should be who. And they came up with Sally Field and I forget, it was one other person that I love both of them. So I was like, either one would be great. It's like, I don't really have, it isn't a real thing and I don't think it'll really happen. So it's not a big thing I'm going to concentrate on, but they came up with the two people that they came up with was Sally Field, and I can't remember the other one. I'm bad with names. Oh, there's Gucci. Thank you. Oh, I'm so glad. I definitely, Gucci dress is a gem here. Yeah, she is. She really is. But she's a little behind on the chat. It's an understatement. Yeah. Okay, now this is good. I love the analogy of reading music versus hearing music. Yeah, isn't that good? Because when you hear music, it does definitely go into your heart. And that was part of my waking up was music. It really was. I listened to certain things over and over and over and over. And one of them, you know what it was? Dolly Parton, Joy to the World. And it was when I was a little kid, I was in school, and I hadn't thought of this in years. I mean, it was just like not even a part of my life. And I listened to it enough, and all of a sudden, that memory clicked in, and I remembered them pushing me out on the stage, and it was like joy to the world, and it just cracked something open. It was like, oh my God, it was just so amazing. And so then I started listening to different music over and over, and the Truman Show, I listened to that over and over. I watched that movie over and over, and at first it's just goofy Jim Carrey. It just seems like a goofy movie, but then the more you watch it, that, and believe it or not, Tom Cruise's The Firm, because I just kept saying, I can't believe Tom Cruise could make this movie and not realize that's Scientology. Do you know what I mean? Because it's so similar. And that helped me wake up. Do you see what I mean? So it's like music and movies and friends and reading and whatever. Hello from Chicago. Okay, so I think we're down. Now we're going to go down to the bottom again. I'm almost there. Okay, thank you, Gucci. The great means greatest of all time. Oh, the goat means greatest of all time. Okay, thank you for reminding me, because I always forget that, and I just think of a goat, and I'm like, okay, it's the greatest of all times. I don't know if I can quite take that one, but I appreciate the compliment. Will, when you put goat, make sure to let her know what it means. True. Very true. It's taken, I mean, a few people have told it to me, but it doesn't quite stick. It's one of those things I guess because a goat is so definitely, it's like a horse, you know what I mean? Where I just get the picture of it right there. But the greatest of all time. And I don't think of myself that way either. So it's sort of like, okay, it's a nice compliment, but it doesn't really stick because I think I know really the greatest of all times, and it's no, not really. But I feel like I have a long way to go to really own up to that. I would say could play you Anne Hesh. All right. Okay. But sadly she's gone. Oh, bummer. Yep. Well, that will be me too. Rosie O'Donnell. Yeah. No. I love Dolly. Yeah, me too. I do. Meryl Streep, that's who it was. That was the other person. Thank you. Thank you for mentioning. Yeah, that was on Natalie's site. Yeah, where they took everybody. I mean, they went through, I forget who they had for Jessica, but whoever it was someone good. It was she went through everybody. Jamie Lee Curtis. Oh, wow, that would be an honor. I love her. Oh, she's a fantastic, just a fantastic person. Overall. I mean, she's beautiful, but she's also smart, and she's a lot for me. That would be really be cool. Yeah, I've loved her for a long, long time. Good one, Gucci dress Dessa. Gucci Dessa. I'm so happy you're here, Gucci. Yes, they have similar smiles. Okay. Me and who? Okay. I'm always expecting you guys to just talk to me, so I can hear you. It's like interactive, but then I can't hear you. Okay. I'd never call you a goat as in an animal. I will clarify in the future. Thank you, Will. And remember, I have a bad memory, so it's one of those where I've seen goats for a long time. I that definition I haven't seen. I have seen it, I think, years ago. Somebody mentioned it, and I thought of a goat. I did. I didn't think of it um, as what you're talking about, greatest of all times. That's cool. What happened to the purple highlights? They're here. They're here. My hairdresser just said, I just wanted a little bit of purple in my hair. And he said, I'm just gonna have you um I'll have it kiss your cheeks. So that's why it's just on these sides. And it's still here. It's just it's growing out. So that's what's happening. And because I have so much hair, I have like 3 heads of hair. So I mean, some people have come up to me and said, "Could we pull your hair? We really think it's a wig." And I'm like, "Go ahead, pull it as hard as you can, because it's my hair." But I have a lot of it, so you know it grows fast. So, and it's expensive to get it done again. So I just let it grow out a little bit, and then I'll get it done again. All right, so now I'm going to scoot up. This is the end where, okay, wait a second. My night owl friend phoned at 12:45 and heard your voice and said that you sound like a Hollywood actress. Wow. He had to think for a bit and then he told me it was Carol Channing. Wow. I sent him the link. Wow. Well, that's a compliment, I think, right? That's nice. How interesting. Well, yeah, tell him to come over and subscribe, because then he'll know what you're into. If that's your boyfriend, he should know what you're learning. You know what I mean? And have him subscribe and come by. It'll be fun. If Doris Day was still alive, your favorite. If Doris Day was still alive, you favor her in looks. I think so too. She reminds me. I think I do. I saw her at the Egyptian. I believe it was Doris Day, and she said, "Well, I'm older, so I have one tit here in Hollywood and one tit in San Diego." I cracked up. It was like just so funny. She's very funny. Thank you, Dragonfly. Spirited Dragonfly. I love that. Thank you very much. That's cool. How about Anne Margaret? Yeah, she's another person that's not here anymore, right? I can never tell, who's here and who isn't unless I see him. But thank you very much, Spirited Dragonfly, and I love your nickname. That's really cool. All right, guys. Well, now I hope everybody's liked this, because that's your half of it. You have to do. And I don't see the likes anymore because I'm on this StreamYard and you can't see the likes. So I don't know. I don't know. Just up and definitely. Oh, this is someone that's just up, I think. And definitely Jamie Lee could play you if there was an SP movie documentary. Don't you think? Yeah, she'd be perfect. She'd be great. Yeah. Thank you, Janie, about my hair. She said my hair is super cool. It's interesting because all my life I've had compliments from women about my hair, but only when I put the purple in my hair did men start going, "Wow, you have purple in your hair." And I've had men of all different ages, 5 years old, "You have purple in your hair. Mom, look, she has purple in her hair." That kind of thing. The teenagers, "Wow, I like the purple in your hair." Up to like 80-year-old men, "Hey, I like the color of your hair." I've had men stop their cars in the street, roll down their window and say, "I love the color of your hair." It's really been amazing. And my hairdresser made up this color. So it's not something you can buy, so that's kind of cool. But anyway, it's been kind of fun. I put it in when I turned 70. I just thought, that's it. That's too weird to be 70. I've got to do something. So I put the purple in my hair, thinking I'd only last a couple months, and somebody'd say, "You're too old to have purple in your hair." And the opposite happened, where people all over the place like it. So I've kept it because I like it too. I love the color purple. Okay, now wait, somebody just showed me 161 likes and 175 people are in here. All right, thank you, Spirited Dragonfly. I appreciate that. Well, that's not too bad. It's a few people slacking off, but they could like it if they want. And if they don't, you can let me know why. It's because you're a cool chick staying young. That's right. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Your hair is beautiful and silky. Thank you, Mini Angel. I appreciate that. Well, anyway, I don't know if I taught you guys much. It was kind of a crazy night, Gucci, without you here. I mean, this place was, there was a couple of creepy guys, and it took me a while to catch it and then realize, wait a minute, I can ban them myself. So one guy just banned him completely because he just kept saying creepy things over and over. It was like when they had the fake Jessica Palmadessa on at the barbecue. And that was the same thing. They just kept popping up, and I delete one, another one would pop up. It was like unbelievable. You think, what are these people? They don't have a life at all. Their only life is to just come and try to irritate people. What an awful life. When you think about it, how awful is that? That your only goal in life is to irritate people. I mean, you don't have any confidence to do anything or even try to learn anything so you could be somebody and do something except irritate people. And that's it. That's a sad life. It really is. So anyway, there you go. I'm caught up. Thank you, Stevie. Have a wonderful night. Thank you, Deja. You always teach us so much. A joy to listen to you. Thank you so much. That's really sweet of you to say. I appreciate that. All right. And how many mods do you have on here, Tori? Right now I have one, which is Gucci, the queen. And then my other mod is Love It, who she's traveling. So she's been a little bit, she's going to try to be on it, but it's been difficult because she's traveling. Perfect to play Tori while she was in Scientology. Teresa, I don't know this person at all. Teresa, nor can I see her anymore. I got to go to bed. My eyes are getting all frosted over where I can't really read. I'm watching from my TV a PlayStation to my television, so I can't don't worry about it. It's fine. Love from Australia. Good night, Tori and Chad. Thank you, Swedish Alina, and thank you for helping me. And Gucci, thank you so much for coming on when you did. I really appreciate it. It really makes a big difference. And I don't know what your time frame is. So if you could let me know, you can just text me it and say from this time to this time and no later than this, so because I'm always worried I would have contacted you, but I thought it was too late. Good night, all of you wonderful people. Gucci, thank you for coming on. Thank you. And we made it through it with even those without Gucci before she came on. We made it through it with all those creepy people here, and I got rid of a bunch of them, and a couple other people got rid of some other ones. So there you go. So anyway, we made it. So anyway, good night. Thank you for coming, and I hope you come again. All right. Nice touch on the troll comment. Okay, thank you. All right. Well, say good night. Have a wonderful night and a good tomorrow. I love all of you. All right. Bye-bye.